Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever time of day it may be for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a layback gamer, and we are back with some more Minecraft, our Hexxit series. And this is gonna, well, I originally wasn't planning on being available to do this, but it turns out I actually got home in pretty decent timing today because, well, we ended up having a bit of an early day today. We got quite a bit of work done at the house. So yeah, I'm actually able to be here and I can record one more video for today. Well, I probably could go two, but I definitely know I could get one finished up. So this is taking place the next day from when I recorded the previous two episodes, which should also be up at about the same time. I believe it's E33 and 34, if I remember correctly, or no, it was 32 and 33, my bad. And this one is going to be E34. But yeah, I didn't really come with a whole lot planned, and I haven't really worked on the wall since, well, basically once I finished recording yesterday, I edited down a little. Well, I didn't edit it. What did I do? I had ended up running it. Well, no, I didn't. No, I didn't put it through Filmora, but I did get it set up and ready to be edited today because I can just. What I can do is let the program run and just tell to shut the computer off as soon as it's finished. So that's what I ended up doing. And let's see. So yeah, I had that ready yesterday, and now we're moving on to. I finished editing the other two today and said, you know what, I think I got enough time to make one more. So, so you guys get 3 today. I do try to keep two is definitely the bare minimum for me, if I have the time for it. But if I could get a third one out, I don't see any reason why not. Plus, it also helps on the little bit in the algorithm because, well, then YouTube says, hey, look, this guy's uploading a lot. We might want to promote him a little bit more in suggestions or searches. I'm not lucky enough. I'm not going to. I don't think I'm ever going to end up on the trending page unless we really blow up. But you never know. It could happen. I don't have my hopes up for that, but I've seen crazier things. So yeah, we're just doing a little bit more wall construction. And I'm going to try to remember what I had said a little bit from yesterday. Maybe comment a little more on that. So I do remember I was talking about Return of the Night. I forgot to look up the other mod pack, which is, kind of a bit shame on me. I should have looked up that other mod pack. But I do know that I'm 99% sure, and I checked it this morning, but I'm pretty sure that the next version of Return of the Night is going to be a version 2.7. Now, I still didn't quite see it confirm, when it's going to be completed or ready to go. And I'm not sure if they're going to say it for a while. But I'm pretty excited I really would like to play that mod pack as soon as we're finished with Hexxit series. Which that isn't going to be for a while. I kind of thought about it for a bit, and it's definitely going to last for quite a while. This is where this is going to get a little funky here. Little platform. How long? I don't know. I definitely believe that it will go through 2021. So it'll go through the entire year. As to whether or not it lasts into 2022, I don't know. And yes, I'm talking very far in the future. Sometimes you have to for some things. Yeah, I think it'll last at least until the end of 2021, unless I'm really quick and don't end up finding a bunch of mods, or just decide, hey, you know what? I'd like to kind of finish up on this a bit quicker and go from there. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I know we have Ice and Fire coming for the future. I don't know when it's going to be. Well, actually, I have an idea. I'm thinking I'm going to implement it in Season 3 of this series. So that way... There... That way it'll be when we get back from exploring either... Yeah, it is going to be the Twilight Forest next. I do want to do Twilight Forest and get that one all finished up. Yeah, these guys are completely out of stone. I'll have to go on a bit of a mining session underground as I need to... Oh, this is normal diamond armor. Right, I forgot. I went underground when I went to the net end. I didn't take my good equipment with me. I think with the exception of my bow, I may have, but I don't think the sword might have. This might be my best sword. I don't think it is though. Yeah, I'm not so certain about that. So let's see here. This thing. That. Go best like that. Yeah. This'll go out. It'll go outward, and then we have one more piece of wood to place there. And that'll finish that little corner up nicely. Yeah, okay, I like that. Like I said, there's not going to be any battlements on this Gotta get myself some feather falling on these shoes. I have to get some feather falling. I don't mind if I bust through this equipment just because, well, we've got plenty of diamonds. And I always have the means to A, go mining for more, and B, go end city splunking, or I go find go to a battle tower. So emeralds is... No, oh, how did I forget this little section? How could I forget this little section? Finding emeralds is no big deal for me. I got access to just about all the emeralds I will ever need in this series. Go there. So yeah, I'm looking at other mod packs and considering some of them to do, and another one that I was considering was a more, well, I was looking into maybe doing covering a couple of the latest 1.16.4, and possibly even making, well, not really making a mod pack, but just rather a collection of mods. I'm no mod pack maker. I don't think I could do that. But I definitely can get together a group of mods that I'd look at it and go, hey, you know, these are pretty cool. But yeah, I've been looking at some of that, and I forget there's a couple of them I was looking at and get what they were. Oh, well, there goes that stair, lost forever. I wish I took down the names. I would recognize them instantly if I pulled up the mod page, though. Most of the time, whenever I go mod hunting nowadays, it's okay. I'm looking for the either I look through mod packs or I go to the latest updated and try to go from there. If I happen to find, say, a good mod, I've either probably found it through latest updated, or I found it via, well, a mod pack. And I know that, yeah, it's not going to be quite the same as it might be in the mod pack, since the mod author would have definitely done a bit of work on it. Make it conform to what they want. But still, if it adds in a pretty cool concept, I'm definitely going to take it. Like, I was actually looking on the... I keep up with a couple of mods, such as Ice and Fire. And that one has been doing pretty well in 1.16. And the mod author has also released a brand new, another standalone mod for animals, which I thought that was pretty cool. I gotta get teak wood. I gotta get that wood around these towers as well. I'll try to conform or keep it looking the same. I've looked at it and said, hey, this is pretty cool. I can't wait to see this. Or to check it out in the future. I didn't download it at the time, but I know it is definitely going to be one of those mods that if it's not in a mod pack, I'm going to be manually adding it in. Kind of why we did all this exploration, or why I'm doing all this exploration pre-installation of Ice and Fire. I gotta go up here and do a bit more around here, cut around here, probably won't do anything. Like, I gotta keep following the coastline for a while, since it's pretty obvious that the coastline does extend along here. There might be some lands over here, but I'm not going to explore it. Mainly, I want, in my spare time, I'm going to be going up north this time and exploring around here, raiding dungeons that I happen to come across. And ideally, I get this entire swath finished, and maybe even this little bit here. This bit and that, as well as anything down here. Oops, anything down here will be saved for another time. But for the most part, the map of where I want our quote unquote the safety zone to be is pretty big, and I'm pretty happy with it. Or at least from Ice and Fire and ancient civilization structures. Those things are going to spawn in, and they can be pretty big. Those annoying to take care of. But with some well-enchanted armor, I think anything in that will be possible. At least it's on the inside. I could just go back down and quickly claim that. It's not going to kill me to come down on the inside, but it might on the outside, which is why I only collect the ones that drop inside the palace grounds, and why I go, oh, those ones are lost on the outside. And ultimately, I could get virtually infinite stone. I like that I can get an infinite amount of stone. Go. Yeah, I do like this extra addition of the little lip there. It does add a little bit of depth to the wall. Adds a little bit of depth, a bit more character. I'm not. What would be the right word for this? I don't know. Ooh, geez, almost walked down there. I really wish I also took the time to look up what the other mod pack for 1.12.2 was. I really wish I did. Then I could comment on that. I know it was I think it was more along the lines of a more experimental mod pack. A bunch of they were pretty ambitious with it, with what they wanted to do for it. And I can't for the life of me remember what it was called. I'll look it up later tonight when because I might also make another Minecraft, but it will, or a little bit more Minecraft, but I'll save it for next week, just because next week's going to be a pretty big crunch week for one of my projects, since I would like to get it ready to go for the channel. But obviously, I do need to all take care of videos that are, you know, a bit closer. That also reminds me, I need to get RimWorld started up again because, well, I suffered a bunch of audio glitches when it came to that, and I have to add. I want to add music to the background of it so that at least, you know, it sounds all right. All right, back to the edge of the wall. This is coming along pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, I'm gonna like save a bit of space over there, just because I do need to raise those towers up by one. Again, I haven't quite had the time to do that. Otherwise, it would have been done. Hopefully, once I get this big channel project that I've been working on for a while finished, I should have a lot more time to, well, just to record more. Well, to record more videos. I'll get that later. Actually, no, there's a tower right there. This up. Side. I think at some point I decided to make these 2 layers thick. I don't know when that was, but I kind of felt it was, you know, a little unrealistic to expect these to be only 2 thick or 1 thick, as it would then be fairly easy for enemies to break through. And if I recall correctly, one of these is, I think, equivalent to, if I remember, I think it was 1 cubic meter. So 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. And making the walls at least 2 meters thick is historically accurate, since, well, at bare minimum, I believe most medieval walls were 2 meters thick, were at least 2 meters thick. And of course, they'd have some cutouts where, in places where it's only 1. However, in the areas that it was 1, it would also be accompanied with some arrow loops to be able to fire through. Yeah, look at me impressing with facts on medieval life. Bet you didn't expect to learn something today, did ya? Oh yeah, I gotta make this at least a bit exciting. More interesting to listen to, because otherwise nobody would want to watch these. Hop around up to here. And I completely forgot the original point I was going. Only I could master the ability to not forget what I was originally talking about. I think these videos would be, well, more entertaining. Because I constantly go off on different tangents and end up forgetting the original point that I had in mind. And it's actually funny, because then later on I might go, oh, I remember what I was going to say. I remember that. And go, okay, you know, we'll just make sure to make note of it next time. And then I never do. Yeah, that part there is well, it's going to be a bit different. Here. No, it wouldn't do that. Just go straight in. At this point, that this is technically raised upward. Means this would come like that, because then there'll be a piece, some wood there. Alright, now we're getting on track. If I'm curious to also hear what you guys think. What mod packs would you like to see me play next? I know Hexxit was one that I had gotten requested, and I said, yeah, I'll take a look at it, and I do enjoy it. I am enjoying it, even if we're not really doing anything at the moment, or getting to the. I guess one of my teachers would say, the meat and potatoes of it. I guess that's a decent saying for this. I do kind of miss college. I'd be lying if I said I didn't at the moment. Or at least going in and, learning in a classroom. Learning online is... I do not like it at all. But I imagine that for maybe someone in a younger generation, like, I don't know, maybe they're just starting out grade school. Maybe kindergarten might be a little young, but maybe somebody in grade 1 or grade 2, if they were to be, completely online based from here on out, I don't think they would really mind it. They might not. They might still have a bit of difficulty learning because it wouldn't be, in a classroom environment. But I do think that they would be able to. They'd be more than capable of getting used to it. Like, I've spent years years inside a classroom. So I'm very much used to that setting for learning, but somebody who's starting out their education probably might be able to learn a bit easier through online means. Of course, you're still going to have people who aren't. Oh, geez, what? Don't do that. Place this one up there. Yep. I'll grab that one later. Right. Yep. This, that, and this goes. There we go. Hopefully, I'll be able to get this area built up, and well, I don't know how fast I could get this built up, since this is a pretty big project, and I don't exactly play on the computer, or I don't play Minecraft all the time. It'd be nice for people who are able to make not a fort, but a living off. And I guess some people might be able to make a fortune off of Minecraft, but at the very bare minimum, make a living off of it. Be able to, pop on, play for a bit. That'll be interesting. I might have to pull this back by a bit. I did forget to take into account it when it comes to some of the corners, the lip that extends outwards. So that would be a prime spot that I would have to move back. This kind of... we could always make this room a shade bit smaller. What is this one? Okay, yeah, this is okay. It still has some space for sunlight to be able to get down. We're gonna... I mean, realistically, there would be lighting, or the sun would be able to shine and illuminate all the underneath of those places at some point during the day. Let's see here. So it's okay for little sections to be like that. There's a cannon tower here, so this is more of an exception. I have to do that little there too. Excuse me. Wait, now I got the hiccups. How am I going to do this? Go. That. The wood, with the wood? No, I think this would come there and go there. Less. Yes. No, we still got a little more time left. Quickly finish up this outer lip. Like I said in the last one, I will save the detailing for my own time, so you don't have to watch me struggle through placing and try to figure out a good spacing for the battlements. I also have to come up with a good layout for the machiculations on the front of the tower here. There's already a there's technically some in here for murder holes and easily fire down, and I might actually have to plane the top a little bit. Actually, no, if anything, I'd be planing from the bottom. Like, if anything, I'd plane a few blocks off of it this way. Yeah, it's it's coming along pretty good. Hopefully, we'll be able to get this entire plate. I see a zombie in the background. Add zombie. It's the spider. Goodbye, Mr. Creeper. And here I've gone, completely forgetting about what I was talked about earlier. That sounds about right for me. Oh yes, we're gonna be saving a fair bit of building time for the more important things, like the inside of the wall, for instance. So. Well, anything in here. I mean, after all, this is the main castle. Need to have this place built up. And I'd prefer, at least for a good for some of it, you guys to see on camera. And I'll always say, hey, I plan on doing a bunch of this off camera, so you don't have to worry about, going, okay, is he going to cut this out? Is he not? I'll always let you guys know if I'm going to cut something out or not do it. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to need more than this because I got to finish this bit up here. Yeah, this ground has got to be raised at some point. It might be here, actually. If I raise it up. Now, all these stairs would be... bring it out to the corner here. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah, I'm okay. I think that'll look okay. Where a portion of the tower is going to go, it's going to be a bit of a different... would it then follow Oh, decisions. Right, let's not do that right now. I'll end up spending a good 30 minutes trying to figure out, okay, what do I actually want to build here? I am trying to make it look nice, as well as be, somewhat realistic. I get that there were no, they didn't have cannons in the they had it in sort of the late medieval era, early Renaissance. Okay, this should work there. Yep, alright, it's good. It's a good there. that. This would jut out like this. There. There we go. Yeah, if I'm ever going to cut parts out of this, I would first say, hey, I'm going to cut this part out. So when you come back, don't be surprised if a bunch of things have changed, or if you're worried that I've either misnumbered or missed uploading an episode, because yes, both of those scenarios have happened. I have missed episodes in the past, or I misnumber them. I think my biggest was Civilization 4 Rise of Mankind, if I remember. That one was a very, very jumbled mess there. This... Okay, yeah, that just has to get the top portion of it done. I think I ended up having it titled all the way to where did I have it? Oh, bit. So this is right here. There, that. This juts across. Well, I'll make it. This is a bit of a better point to do that on. That. There. Go. That corner out. Just keep plucking away. We're almost finished. We'll go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll call it a episode. Get it running through Filmora, and then. Oh yeah, then you guys will have a third video for today, even though we didn't do a whole lot, although I suppose finishing up the top of the wall is at least in terms of the function part of it, is I do consider those to be more along the lines of extra detailing. We'll be finished basically everything that I want to show off for building up the wall. At least for this portion here. Different walls will obviously, when I have a more designs, a different design in mind, or you guys suggest a different design, wink wink, hint hint, nudge nudge. That'll be for... I'll probably end up showcasing off a little bit of that, especially if somebody makes a suggestion. Of course, I want to add it on and build it up with you guys on camera, and then maybe, ask them a few questions like, hey, does this look about right? Was this what you had in mind? What do you think? Here, my dog is wandering around down here. Not that you guys can hear that in the back. That's fortunately not something you guys can hear. I'm gonna stop aiming for the lower portion of the stair. house. We're gonna have enough. Oh, just enough. That's good. That is good. And yeah, I believe that is a good portion of the tower. Now this is going to be raised up a little bit, and then the cannon platform will be above, so it's only good. This is only going to be 2 highs, so be like that, and then it would go. It would pillar out like that, but I'm going to make that out of I'm going to have it as a wood structure, so wood planks going up. Actually mark out the location that I want to start. I might make it one more like this. Yeah, I think that we do it like that, and then yeah, we could do it like this, and on the back side, on like these inner sides will be ladders that you can get up to the platform and be able to use the cannons from. I don't know how I'm going to design that, but that's one thing that we'll probably be doing on camera. Well, I'll build it on camera, but I'll have a design in mind planned. Or if you guys want to suggest a design for it, let me know. Anyways, that's going to do for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you really enjoyed. Don't forget to share this video or any of my other videos to anybody who you think will enjoy my content. And please, please, please comment. I'd love to hear your opinions on the wall, some design choices, anything. Especially for the inside here, because I don't really have a palette in mind. I have some ideas on what I'm going to do with it, but not a whole lot of decent ones. I'm not going to be using stone brick. I gotta think of a different stone type to use. Anyways, that's all for future stuff. Next time we will be doing what I said at the end of the last episode, and I'm gonna start by building a. Oh, I didn't say that room. That'll probably be like a second room that's buildable. We're gonna start by building up the kitchen hall and the basement for the storage of food. Till then, though, ladies and gentlemen, take it easy.